Awesome. Lorette, Texas. All right, Lorette, Texas, welcome. Thank you. If you have not announced, please announce and let us know where you are calling from. We'd love to hear where you're calling from and give you some energy too. This is New Year's Day, a new start to your 2017.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year!
Get your text messages out. Get your folks on the line. We'll be getting started in about 5 minutes.
Happy New Year! Woo! I'm excited. We're getting started.
Good afternoon. If you have not announced yet, please do so. Give us your name and tell us where you're calling from. We want to make sure we know who we're speaking to. If you are a guest, please let us know you are a guest. We'd love to welcome you on our call. This is going to be an amazing call today. We have a phenomenal speaker this afternoon. Morning time, yeah, we're not afternoon yet. Absolutely, it's morning in some areas.
Yes.
Welcome. Happy New Year. Cynthia from Baltimore. Happy New Year. Welcome. Happy New Year. Thank you. This is Layla with my friend Stacia. Thank you. Layla, Long Island, welcome. And I heard someone else. Ivy, Long Island. Happy New Year. Ivy, welcome, darling. Get your text messages out. Get your guests. Get your folks on the line. They are not going to want to miss our first call of the day. This is going to be a banging call today, guys. Make sure you get your folks on the line. I am super excited. New Year's Day 2017. It is time to take action. Get your folks on the line. I'm loving it. If you have not announced yourself, please do so. Tell me your name. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Happy New Year. You got Mike Bazemore, Virginia.
Oh, my friend, Michael Bazemore. Welcome, Richmond.
Glenda McDougal, Fort Washington, Maryland.
Glenda McDougal, my partner. Welcome, Glenda.
I'm getting started. As you can see, I'm the one that is doing this call. So I'm waiting to be introduced.
I know this football game today, but guess what? They already paid. They already made their money.
Yeah.
They're making their money. It's time for us to get ours.
Absolutely.
So welcome. Please announce your name and tell us where you're calling from.
Saving families.
All right. If you have not announced yet, welcome to our Wakaya's New Year's Day Marathon call, our first call of the day. Please announce. Let us know your name, where you're calling from. If you're a guest, please let us know you're a guest so we can welcome you. And you still have time, ladies and gentlemen, to send out your text messages. Last-minute text messages to get your teams on the line. This is your opportunity to really, really explode your business day one, New Year's Day. We're going to be sharing some great information, some great testimonies. You know, we have lots of stories across our whole Wakaya nation. And this is the day that you're going to hear so many stories. If you have not announced, please announce your name and let us know where you're calling from. We say don't be a secret agent on the phone. We love to hear your name and say it proud.
Jump on.
Okay, we got about, I guess, 1 minute. We're going to do a 1 minute countdown. Give us some time.
I'm excited to be sharing.
Welcome. If you have not announced, please give us your name and let us know where you're calling from.
while I wait for her to introduce me. This is a Bula bottle.
Welcome, Sam.
And this Bula bottle has tap water in it.
Have not announced. Please announce.
Don't worry about the tap water. It's filtered inside this filter.
Okay, well, I think my clock says just right at 12, and we want to make sure we respect everybody's time. Let me go ahead and mute out the lines. 1 second.
I'm excited.
All callers are muted and they can unmute themselves. Okay, great. Good afternoon, Wakaya family, and all of their guests on the line today. My name is Renee Brown, and I bring you greetings from the great state of Maryland. I have the honor and the privilege of welcoming you all to our first Wakaya Perfection New Year's Day 12-hour marathon call. You guys are in for a treat all day long. That's right. Every hour on the hour, we're going to be sharing some amazing stories. We have some leaders in our Wakaya family that are going to be sharing their stories, their amazing testimonies. You're going to see and hear just why Wakaya Perfection is the most talked about right now in the industry. And after yesterday's announcements, oh my goodness, we are revolutionizing. We are just disrupting the industry, okay, with this compensation plan that was introduced. So listen, make sure that you plug in all day long, okay, every hour. Make sure that you get your guests on the line. Now, what I'd like to do is I want to, introduce our guest speaker for today, just for this hour. She's a six-figure income earner in the direct selling industry, a mother, a wife, a spiritual life coach, a minister, and has been an entrepreneur for the past 17 years. She's one of our founding Ruby ambassadors with our Wakaya family. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, she is leading the way. She is tearing up the path and leading the way in Wakaya Nation. Without further ado, allow me to welcome Tia Santiago. Are you there, Tia?
I am here, Renee Brown. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am. Take it away.
Well, thank you so much, my superstar. You know that's what I call you. And I am so grateful and thankful for you to take your time out to introduce me. That was an awesome introduction. And you are, staying right on with us as far as leading the pack out there in Maryland and all over the country. So I want to thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Well, as Renee Brown said, I am Tia Santiago, and I live in the big apple of New York City. And I am so excited, fired up, and just blessed to be able to briefly share with you all today. And as Renee did say, I am an ordained minister, so I am going to try to stick to the script and not start preaching today because it is Sunday. So I'm going to stick to the script and just really just share from my heart briefly about why we all are so excited about Wakaya Perfection. And I'm just going to share with, how I got introduced and just take it from there. But what happened to me was I met an amazing mentor and coach about a decade ago named Cynthia Sly. And she has, really showed me ways when I needed to improve. She showed me ways that I could earn extra money. And I've, had some great success with Cynthia and even with the things that she taught me to go on and have greater success, even after companies that we, explored together. And so I am so grateful and blessed to know Cynthia Sly because she has really just been the vehicle that God had for me to be a blessing to others. And so I just want to thank Cynthia for this opportunity at Wakaya Perfection. And I was in San Diego back in April, and at the end of April, actually was, I think, May 1st, as a matter of fact. She called me on May 1st because I think I flew out a couple days later. And she called me and she said, I can't sleep until I share this with you. I know you got some things going on. I know you're doing well with your coaching business. I know you're doing, well in your other company. But I just, would feel better if I shared this with you. I did not want to interrupt what you were doing, but God told me I had to share this with you because I was in another company at the time. But I'm always, because I am a serial entrepreneur as well. I started really being an entrepreneur at about 8 years old, a little bit earlier than that, scrubbing the stairs. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, so I would go outside and scrub the stairs on people's blocks for 50 cents. So I started as an entrepreneur at about 6 years old with a pail from the hospital and some Comet and a scrub brush. And then went on at 8 years old to start selling candy in school. So I think it was just always in me to be in business for myself. And because my dad was a successful business owner in Baltimore as well. So I grew up knowing and believing in the entrepreneurship and business. So, Cynthia called me in San Diego, and I'll never forget. She said, I said, well, she said, oh, you're busy. You at that conference with Lisa Nichols. She said, well, let me just wait till you get back. When do you come back? I said, no, ma'am, you better tell me something. Just tell me something, anything. She said, I'm gonna say 3 words. I'm gonna say 3 words to you. I said, well, what is it? Cynthia said, billionaire, Fiji water, and Oprah Winfrey. I said, girl, you better tell me more. And so when I got a chance, she said, I'll wait till you get back. Well, needless to say, I couldn't really sleep after that because I'm trying to figure out why she's excited, why she's telling me this billionaire, Fiji water, and Oprah Winfrey in the same sentence. So my ears were open. And so when I flew back to New York, I called her. I said, girl, you got to tell me now. I said, because you had me up all half the night. And I mean, I even had other people up just because I was talking about and didn't even know what I was talking about. And so Cynthia shared with me that a guy named Andre Vaughn contacted her and they met at Panera Bread. And he said, we have an opportunity for a real life wealth transfer. And see, Andre's a $1 million earner in this industry. So, of course, Cynthia's ears were open just like mine was when she talked to me. And so I was excited to hear what was going on. And so I didn't even care. And let me just say, remember, I said I was at Lisa Nichols' conference. And so that means I invest in my own personal development. And so that trip alone was probably about $3,500. And that might even not be the food, $1,000 for the flight. Because it was really just last minute. And I was like, no, I really want to go to this. I said, I think I need to go. And so it was probably not even a week before. I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead on and go. So needless to say, the plane ticket was $1,000, $1,100 to be exact. The hotel was $1,000. And, the conference was $1,000 because, I feel like anywhere I go, I really need to be VIP, a very important person. So I went VIP. So I went on and sprung for the $1,000 ticket. So I went and, I invest in my personal development. And so you just heard me say I spent $1,000 for my plane ticket. You just heard me say I spent $1,000 for my hotel for a couple of days. It was just about 3 days in the hotel or 4 days. That was $1,000. And then the ticket was $1,000. And we did not include the food. And so I invest in my personal development. And so Cynthia said, I have partnered with the founder of Fiji Water, billionaire David Gilmour. I said, say what? I said, run that back by me again. She said, girl, and Oprah Winfrey has picked his products not once, but twice. And so me being from Baltimore and actually meeting Oprah several times, you know, growing up when she was on People Are Talking in Baltimore, I've always, you know, just stayed connected with watching Oprah and following the things that Oprah does, because she's just a great role model for a lot of women in our community, a lot of women, period, and men as well. And so, you know, I said, Oprah's been doing that almost 20 years of her favorite things. I said, she picked the company. She said, girl, not once, but twice. And so, of course, I'm digging and finding out stuff. And so I know that out of those 20 years of doing Oprah's favorite things, she's only picked 4 companies 2 times. And we happen to be one of them. So I was excited to hear that. And so after that, I said, well, you know, well, what is it? I said, what are you doing? She said, well, he has a spa and resort. And he took the products off the shelf. They were on the Home Shopping Network. They were in Bloomingdale's and Saks Fifth Avenue and high-end retail stores. And he has been doing checkups on his stuff, and they can't explain his stuff. And he just don't want it in the stores anymore. And he want people like me and you, Tia, to be able to market this product to our family and friends and people we know, people we don't know, and get his story told about the pureness of what we have. And so it blew my mind. I was like, okay, my credit card number is 5. I didn't even ask how much it was. And she was like, well, wait. I want you to see this video first. And let me just tell you, we setting everything up and and so I'm like, look, I just want to know, when can I get started? Because to me, it was a no-brainer to partner with a billionaire, just to be mentored by him from a distance. That was my instant mindset, to be mentored by him from a distance. Even if it was by, you know, materials that he might have wrote, or, you know, videos that he might have done. And I didn't know what it was going to be. I just knew I wanted to be in the realm of a billionaire. And so I said, you know, I'm ready to do this. Okay, let me give you my credit card number. You put it in the system. This is it. I mean, it was just a no-brainer for me, because I just said I spent over $3,000 to go spend time with my friend Lisa Nichols, who, you know, I celebrated her 50th birthday then. And that was one of the main reasons I wanted to be there with her. I've known her for about 4 years, personally know her. And so I wanted to do that. Now, just because I personally know her don't mean that I wasn't going to have to pay to go. And so the amount of money that it cost me to invest was just a no-brainer for me. It was just minimal. It was almost like me eating out a couple times in a week, really, especially being here in New York. That's really what the investment was. Me going out to dinner maybe about 3 times the way I go out to dinner in New York. So that was just nothing for me. And so I did it. And so that was my why. That is why Wakaya. But then I got to meet the people. I got to meet the president. And I got to meet Andre Vaughn, this 40-year-old guy from my hood, from Baltimore, from where I grew up at. That's a millionaire. And, you know, meeting the people that our leadership team, and then meeting our co-founder. I did not know that I was going to personally meet billionaire David Gilmour. That's what I didn't know. And so when I found that out, that was just icing on the cake. And so I got to go to Vegas and meet Mr. Gilmour and really hear his heart of why he partnered with us. And I thanked him from the bottom of my heart for trusting us with his baby, because he shared how important this company was to him, and I believed him. And so, you know, on yesterday we got had a corporate call with a huge announcement that literally had 99% of the people on that phone in tears. And that's because we have been blessed with the ability to save families from divorce, save families from foreclosure, and save families from repossessions and so many other things that we'll be able to help by having the ability to put just an extra $600 to $1,000 in people's pocket. And that blessed me so much because it wasn't about me. See, I always wanted to be blessed to be a blessing. And so if I don't have enough for somebody else, I do not have enough. And so that right there just blew my mind that I really have a strategic plan and strategy of how to help these families put an extra $1,000 a month in their pocket. An extra $1,000 a month will save a household. And so I was so excited to hear that news and so excited about that. And, what we're doing here in Wakaya Perfection has never been done before in the industry of network marketing. It's just never been done. And so, I'm one of those people that have always gotten the awards. I've always liked accolades. I worked for MCI in Hunt Valley in Maryland for years. And that's where I started my customer service career at, in sales career at, and always was in the President's Club. Always had ovations. I was always the one that would make it to the stage. But I wanted to be able to help others win. And so that's why I was excited about what was announced yesterday on our New Year's Eve call to be able to help so many of these families. And one of the reasons I've had success is because I keep my mind open to opportunities. I'm always open to opportunities. People inbox me and text me all the time. And some of the great things I've done over the last 17 years is a result of me being open to opportunities. And so in this vastly abundant and joy-filled world we live in, there are countless opportunities presented to each one of us daily. Yet very few of us ever capitalize on even just one of those opportunities. The people that have the most success and the most joy and wealth are the ones that take advantage of these opportunities. They don't wait around for them, and they don't wait for the perfect one either. These people are super successful, and I've, met them and I've admired them. Cynthia is one of them. She's always been open to opportunities. And so they explore things, and they're open to taking a look at what people are doing. People say, are you open to taking a look at what we're doing? Absolutely. That's the first thing I always say. Might have got it from Cynthia. I don't know, but absolutely I'm open to taking a look at what you got. But what happens is they capitalize on the ones that make the most sense and have the most to gain from. And I believe without a shadow of a doubt that would describe Wakaya Perfection. I highly doubt that this describes anyone on this call, any of our guests. I know it don't. But if you happen to just have some hesitation on this opportunity, just get started by setting up a virtual appointment today to watch a quick 17-minute video with some privileged information that our founder, billionaire David Gilmour, believes will be bigger than Fiji water. This opportunity is an opportunity to improve your health, an opportunity for some to even start a very profitable business, as I have started. I've won a free cruise and, hit the rank of founding Ruby Ambassador, which means, the company has a car payment for me. And so whatever it is, the decision you make right now of setting your virtual appointment today to watch our 17-minute video can make the rest of your life the best of your life. And I really mean that. This is New Year's Day. And so it's time to really leave the old behind. And like the cliches say, or the old adage says, you got to do something that you've never done before to go somewhere you've never been. So get back with the person who invited you to the call and let me, Miss Tia Santiago, out of New York City, be the first one to welcome you to Wakaya on this New Year's Day. You guys have a blessed day. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
All callers are muted. All callers are unmuted.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Good job. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Thank you, Tia.
Come back at 1 o'clock. Bring your guests on. Join us again at 1 o'clock and bring your guests and your family and your friends. Let's get it. Woo!
One down, several to go. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, God. I knew it was something. Woo. Bye, Periscope.